what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. We are fixing to make these delicious strawberry cheesecake bars. I cannot wait to show you how easy. There's 4 different layers, there's 4 different steps, but it's really super easy if you can get past each layer has its own set of directions. But oh my goodness, does that not look like something absolutely delicious? This recipe is saying hello to spring and summer and goodbye to winter. It has just one little ingredient that I think gives its little wave to winter, like I'm leaving, bye, I'll miss you. But then the strawberry, the cheesecake, everything is given a big hello and wave to springtime and summer. So this is what we're making today. Listen, if you're new here, I am so glad you're here. Please hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave me a comment, let me know where you're watching from. I am just absolutely thrilled to have you here. And if you're not new and you're back, you guys know how much I love and appreciate you. So, all right, without further ado, let's get on to this recipe. So I will be sure to link down in the description below where I got this recipe from, and you can go and check it out. So I am anxious to try it and see how it is. Okay, everyone, I have sprayed my pan, and I'm going to put some parchment paper in there, and we're going to spray it too. And we're going to leave it, you know, a little lip for us to pull up with. And I'm also going to spray the parchment as well. Okay, and we're going to set that aside for now. Let me get my oven preheating. We'll get my oven preheating to 350. Let me put my mic on my shirt real quick. I know if I set something down on the counter and it's laying on the counter, it bangs. Okay, so what we've got here is 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. Now, I just bought a box of graham cracker crumbs, but if you just want to buy a box of graham crackers and you have a food processor, just chop up, you need 1.5 cups. So I'm just going in that. We're going to use this same container in just a minute to measure out some strawberries. Okay, so we're going to go in with 1/4 cup of sugar. Gonna give that a good stir around. And I have just stuck in the microwave 6 tablespoons of butter and melted that up really good. All right. And it's going to look like wet sand. And it's going to feel like wet sand. All right. So you want to make sure it kind of holds together. you know, and it did somewhat. So we are going to put this in the bottom of our dish, trying to keep it on the correct side of the parchment. Now, I'll start by taking my hands and just kind of spreading it out evenly. You want to press it down the bottom and kind of up the sides. All right, like that. There we go. Now, had I not used salted butter, you could do a little sprinkle of salt in this mixture, but I did use salted butter. And so I don't usually add the salt when I use salted butter. Okay, so there we go. All right, so it's going to go in the oven and bake for about 10 to 12 minutes, just until it browns up a little bit and becomes good and solid. So I'm going to stick this in the oven, and then we'll come back and we'll start preparing the strawberries. Now, if I failed to mention this, there is 4 different layers to this bar. So here I have 3 cups of strawberries, and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm just going to eyeball that. And about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which I do not have handy. And let me grab it. 1, 2. All right. Now we are going to stir and mash this. You can take a potato masher as it starts to cook down. You can take a potato masher and mash, or just mash it up with whatever spoon you have. Mash it up against the side of the pot, which is probably what I'll do. So we're just going to let this cook and start to reduce and soften. And while that's going, we will start on our cream cheese layer. All right, moving right along to our cream cheese mixture. I've got 2 blocks of cream cheese in here. And I'm going in with 1/3 cup of sugar. We're going to go in with some vanilla. And I'm just eyeballing that, but the recipe actually calls for 1 teaspoon. That was definitely more, but that's how I roll. We're going with a pinch of salt and 2 eggs. Let me get this paper plate over here to put my shells in. All right. Let's get a napkin. And I'm just going to blend this up off camera because it's really loud. I got this as smooth as I possibly could, considering that the cream cheese was not completely at room temperature, but it was pretty close. I didn't want to stick it in the, well, I did stick it in the microwave originally, but I didn't want to do it again. So it's got a few little chunks of cream cheese, but that's okay. All right, so let's move right along to the crumb topping. I'm going to start with 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to run over there and get a whisk. My flour is a little lumpy, so I do want to run a whisk through this real quick. I just want to break up some of those little big lumps. Those little big lumps. How'd you like that? Ah. All right, so we're going to give just a sprinkle of salt. We're going to do about 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. There goes your little nod to winter as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to go in with 1/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. All right, and to that, we're going to go in with 5 tablespoons of melted butter, or almost melted butter. We're going to mix this around till it makes a good crumb mixture, or it becomes a lump in my whisk. All right, let me grab something to get it out of my whisk. I may need to add a little more flour. It looks a little wetter than what I want it to look, but hang on, we'll see. Now that I've got it out of my whisk, it's going to be just fine. I'm not going to add any more flour to it because I'll be able to crumble it up with my fingers. Yeah, we can just take that and crumble it right on top. Okay, let me kind of clean up my work area, and then we're going to put this wonderful dessert together. Okay, everyone, we have our crust, we have our cream cheese mixture, we have our strawberry. Now, let me talk about this. I think they kind of like it mashed a little more, but I kind of wanted to leave a few chunks of strawberries, so I didn't mash them completely. I left some chunks in there. And then we have our crumb topping here. So, and our crust has baked a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we are going to spread this cream cheese mixture, my lumpy cream cheese mixture, but that's okay. It's still going to be good. And definitely, I said the cinnamon was our nod to winter, and definitely, you know, the strawberry is our nod to spring. So the cinnamon is our wave goodbye to winter, and our strawberry is our run hello to spring and summer. All right. And I just want to kind of make sure. And I'm going to pull the parchment up just because I don't want it to seep down below it, which it still might, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to go on top of this with our strawberry mixture. All right. And I kind of would like to get some strawberries everywhere, and that would have probably done better with a spoon, but that's okay. All right. So now, isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. So we're going to take our crumb mixture and we're literally going to crumble it with our fingers all over the top. And this is going to take a little while because it is very doughy, but it looks like that's the way it's supposed to be. My first initial thought is we need to add more flour, but then I read the recipe and it says you'll need to take your fingers and break it apart, and which is actually what I'm doing. So now remember, I will link the place where I'll try to link the place where I got this recipe. And if I can't, I will type out the recipe down in the description. My oven is still going at 350. And we're just going to stick this right back in there for about 35 to 40 minutes. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Here it is. It's going in the oven. This was super simple. Yeah, it was kind of lots of steps, but that's because you have so many different layers. But each step was super easy. So, all right, going in the oven at 350. I'll see you back when it comes out. Okay, everyone, they are out of the oven and they look absolutely beautiful. We'll get Bryant to do a taste test in just a second, but they look gorgeous. Let's go ahead and give them a... They're still warm. Look at that. Okay, everybody, he's in from taking our bull to the sale.
Look at that dessert right there.
Oh, yeah, look at it.
Does that not look fabulous?
Mm-mm-mm.
Pretty in color, texture, and I've already nibbled on it a little bit.
He always does.
Look, see, is that cream cheese?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a cheesecake.
See that? Look at that. That is so pretty. It looks really good. Ready?
I'm ready.
Have you had any?
Yeah.
Huh? How would you think?
I thought it was delicious.
Here we go. Delicious.
And it's not overly sweet at all.
It's not overly sweet. It's kind of light. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be great with a cup of coffee. This is, for me, it's not a milk dessert. This is a coffee dessert.
Coffee dessert.
Mm-hmm.
They're all coffee desserts for me.
Strawberries are not overpowering. They're kind of woven into the dessert. Just look at that. You got beautiful color there. Got the graham cracker on the backside. This is really like it's like a super, super good dessert.
So it's a hit. It's worth all 4 steps or all 4 layers.
Definitely a hit.
All right. And this would be great.
It'd be good for like a summer brunch or a spring brunch.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be really good.
Yeah. It is really, really good. So I would definitely say if you want to try dessert this summer, try this one. Or right now, it's strawberry cheesecake bars.
Yeah, really good.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm glad he liked it. And too bad I don't have any coffee made. But so I'm going to sign off here for now. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's see. No, I won't see you tomorrow. I will see you Sunday for the weekend wrap up. But hey, we've got great recipes coming up. I've already got 2 in the works for Monday and Tuesday. So it's going to be good. And one of them is another strawberry dessert. So, all right, I will see you guys next time on The Farming Pastor's Wife. Thank you for joining us. And remember, the grease is hot enough.
You can fry
anything. Bye, y'all.
I guess.